Hi, I'm Aaron Taylor with the Technology Department for the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System. Today I'll be showing you a new tool we've developed called the Event Calendar. You can use this tool to discover the events that are going on at your child's school, or just to see what's going on in the district. Okay, let's get started. To get to the Event Calendar, we're going to start from the front page of the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System website, which is located at www.cmcss.net. Now here on the front page, look for this Calendar section here on the right side. And we're going to click on All Events. Okay, on the next page, just click here to access the Online District Calendar link. And this will take us to the calendar. And another way you can go directly to the event calendar is if you visit events.cmcss.net. When you first arrive on this event calendar, you'll see this guided tour here. And what this does is it introduces you to some of the main components of this event calendar, but since I'll be talking about these in the video, I'm just going to skip it by pressing this End Tour button. However, I encourage you to use the tour if you need a refresher when you actually access the calendar for the first time. Okay, so now that the tour is out of the way, we can see the event calendar, and I want you to take note of two important parts of this page. We have filters here on the left, and I'll talk more about those in a second. And we have our traditional calendar on the right. And this is just your traditional calendar view you're used to seeing. And we can use this next link up in the top right corner to visit next month to see those events. And similarly, we can use the last link here in the top left corner to go to the previous month. Now this sidebar over here, these filters contain both categories and locations. And you'll notice little check boxes next to each item in here. Now, these items allow you to specify the types of events that will display over on the calendar here on the right. As you check and uncheck these individual categories and locations, the events that match your selection will be shown. Now you'll notice by default, only this district-wide location is selected. Events that affect all schools belong to this district-wide location. So this includes things like holidays, board meetings, progress reports, and so on. So over on the calendar, we can see that there are a few events already showing, and those match this default selection here. So these are the district-wide events. Now if we open up our categories simply by clicking on it up here, we can see all of these categories are selected by default. And this just means that absolutely any category of event will be showing on the calendar right now. So the purpose of these filters is to allow you to see just those events that are relevant to you. You get to pick. So let's do an example. Let's say you have a child at Rossview Middle School, and also you have a child at Rossview High School. You want to know, let's say, what events are going on at both schools so you can plan out the rest of your month. So let's open locations by clicking on it. And we'll scroll down the page a little bit, and let's click on the checkbox next to Rossview Middle School. Now you may have noticed there are some more events now showing in the calendar. And these are Rossview Middle School events, since we've just selected that location. Next, let's click on Rossview High, and watch the calendar as I do this. We'll see a lot more events pop in. There they are. So what we are seeing here are events that are district-wide. We're seeing Rossview Middle School events and Rossview High School events, because those are the three locations that are selected right now. Now furthermore, if we click on categories, we are seeing events for all of these categories. So to extend our example just a bit more, let's say we only want to see football events. Let's click on this check/uncheck all checkbox, and that will temporarily unselect every category. And you'll notice all of our events are now gone because every event belongs to a category. To see just the football events, we'll now click on the checkbox next to football. And there we go. There's all our football events. So we can see these upcoming events that we're interested in, and that's great, but we still are going to need more details if we're going to plan on going to these events. So you can move your mouse pointer over an event and you'll see more details. We can see the full title there, the time and the location, and our organizer. Now, if we want to see even more details, we can click on an event. So as you can see, much more information is present here. We have our title, we have the date and time that the event will start. There's an interactive map here, so if you don't know how to get to the location of an event, you can use this to get directions. And there's also some good information that might be good to know, sometimes displayed down here. Now, there are a couple of additional features I'd like to point out here. If you have some calendar software installed on your computer, you can use this Download to My Calendar button, and the event will be added to your calendar. Also, if you'd like to receive a reminder for an event, or to be notified if the details for an event changes, you can put in your email address right here and press this Remind Me About This Event button. And as an added feature, you could click on this Notify Me About Similar Events button, and you'll be notified about any future football game. So let's try that. We'll click on the Notify Me About Similar Events button here. And next, we'll need to enter an email address where you'd like to receive the updates for these events. Okay, and if we look at the selections made for us by default, we'll see that it defaulted to the same category, football, and the same location, Rossview High, as the event that we were just looking at. So if we scroll back up, we can press the subscribe button, and we'll receive updates for any future football at Rossview event that comes into the calendar. To return to the calendar at any time, whether you're looking at an event or managing your subscriptions to events, you can go up to this top right corner and press this X button. And now we're back at the main calendar, and you can continue to browse events from here. Another way you could subscribe to events is to use the subscribe option in the menu. If we click on it and say Add Subscriptions, we could receive updates for any type of event at a particular school. So we'll type in our email address up here. And let's choose all categories, because we want to be notified for an event that belongs to any category at this school. So we'll click on Rossview Middle here. You could also select any additional location you'd like as well. And when you're done, just press subscribe. So now you'll receive any update for any category at Rossview Middle. So that's it. Now you know how to use the event calendar to find events that are relevant to you and your family. Be sure to check back often, since events are always being added and updated. And thanks for watching.